Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today we're diving into a really interesting piece from Der Flounder, specifically about macOS Sequoia and a change that's going to affect a lot of Mac admins, the replacement of Rsync with openrsync.
Oh, wow! Rsync? That's been a staple for, forever. Why the sudden change?
Exactly. Well, it all boils down to licensing, believe it or not. For years, macOS has included Rsync, but it's been stuck on version 2.6.9, which, get this, was released back in 2006.
2006? That's practically ancient in tech years. Why such an old version?
Right? The author, R.T. Rauton, explains that it's because Rsync is licensed under the GNU General Public License, or GPL, version 2. Botex used GPL v2, but version 3 Dotex uses GPL v3. Apple decided they could comply with GPL v2, but not GPL v3.
Okay, licensing is always a headache. But what's the big difference between GPL v2 and GPL v3 that made Apple switch?
It's complex, but essentially, GPL v3 has stricter requirements about how software can be used and distributed, especially concerning hardware restrictions. Apple felt they couldn't fully comply with those terms, so they stuck with the old Rsync 2.6.9, patching it for security, but missing out on all the new features.
I see. Interesting. So openrsync comes in as the hero then?
Precisely. OpenRSync is an implementation of Rsync that's licensed under the ISC license, which is a BSD-style license. It's a permissive license, meaning it places minimal restrictions on how the software can be used, modified, and distributed. Apple feels they can comply with that.
Okay, so licensing-wise, it's a win. But what does this mean for us, the Mac admins who actually use Rsync every day?
That's the key question. OpenRSync is compatible with Rsync, but here's the catch. It only accepts a subset of Rsync's command line arguments.
Uh-oh, that sounds like potential breakage. So some of my existing Rsync scripts might just fail in Sequoia?
Exactly. Some functionality that worked before might not be available in OpenRSync. It's crucial to check the documentation and test your scripts.
Okay, documentation dive it is. Where can I find out exactly what's supported in OpenRSync?
R. Troughton provides a link in the article. https://manp.gs/mac/1/openrsync. That'll give you the specifics on supported command line arguments.
Got it. So how do I even know if I'm running OpenRSync in Sequoia? Is there a way to check the version?
Yep. The article mentions that, as of macOS 15.4, openrsync is linked to usrbin Rsync. So you can run usrbin Rsync version in the terminal.
And what should I expect to see if it's OpenRSync?
You should see output similar to this. OpenSync, protocol version 29, and then Rsync version 2.6.9 compatible. That compatible part is key. It means it's OpenSync, pretending to be the old Rsync for compatibility.
Okay, that's good to know. So, to recap, macOS Sequoia replaces Rsync with OpenRSync due to licensing issues, and while it's mostly compatible, I need to check my scripts because some command line arguments might not work anymore. And I can check the version with usrbin Rsync version.
You nailed it. It's a change that requires some attention, especially for those of us who rely heavily on Rsync in our workflows. But, in the long run, it means Apple can ship updated versions of Rsync without the GPL headache.
Definitely worth the heads up. Thanks for breaking that down. I'm gonna go test my scripts now. Wish me luck.
Good luck. And that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for tuning in to Tech Bytes and News. We'll catch you next time.
Bye-bye.